Hello, it's day 91 of 100 days, 100 videos, 200 questions, and I tried to film this video yesterday and it just didn't, which is like a bummer. I don't know what happened, but the video errored out. I had done it with my 7-year-old, and she was so pumped to be in it, but it didn't record, at least not in a way that I could access it. So I'm redoing it, and I'm redoing it late, which is a bummer, and I'm going to just keep saying bummer, apparently. Let's see. It's day 91. We're in the final 10. I don't know what to do after this. I've still been trying to figure it out, and I do want to do something. I'm enjoying this, but maybe I'll just keep doing little videos every day. I don't know. Yeah, something weird happened yesterday that I'm going to talk about before I get into it. So, my 7-year-old has had a kindness day party at her school, and I decided to volunteer for it. I try to volunteer for all of her parties because that's partially why I work for myself, and it means a lot to her, and it's fun to get to see like her friends and sort of like her life at school and have a better idea of what she's going through. And let me tell you, I was not disappointed. Her friends are so great, but then there was this one little boy in her class that as soon as I get there, my daughter pulls me aside and she says, blank is being really mean to me today. And so I said, well, how so? And she says, he called me a weird ass idiot. And I was like, you're 7. That is mean. So I'm still a little taken aback that they're using that kind of language. And I couldn't talk to her about it a lot there because we were in the middle. Her teacher was talking about the party and what they were going to do, and I didn't want to be disrespectful. So I told her we'd talk about it on the car ride home. And so for the rest of the party, for the next hour or so, I'm helping out, but I'm also kind of watching this kid because I'm like, honestly feeling bad for him. Because I know that at 7 or at 8, I don't know how old he is, this is not coming from him being a bad kid or him like just being mean. It's a trauma response from something else going on in his life, right? That we don't have access to. And it makes me very sad. But I'm also not a professional to help deal with something like that. But throughout the party, he was still being mean to her, like a little bit aggressively mean for a 7-year-old. He kept telling her that he hated her and that she was stupid. And he kept saying that one of the activities we did was painting rocks. And he kept saying that painting rocks is gay, and that's why Alyssa would like it. And it was just aggressive for a 7-year-old. So I talked to Alyssa in the car ride on the way home, and she said that he has to go visit their, not counselor, but I don't know what her title is. I don't think Alyssa knew what her title was. Someone who helps him cope with these kinds of like microaggressions. And I wish the best for this kid. And I'm also working with Alyssa because I can understand these can hurt her and they make her feel kind of crummy about herself. But I'm trying to explain to her that this isn't about you. You are the recipient of these mean things, which feels bad, but it's not about you. Anything he says about you isn't about you, and you don't have to accept them. Accept them as truth because you know better that they're not truth. And you're allowed to reject the things that you don't want to put into your brain. And also, I think it's good. I think it's good that she's has this experience of someone not liking her, because everyone's not going to like her. And I'd rather her develop the mechanisms for dealing with that now and being okay with that now than later when her emotions and everything become more complicated and it gets harder. So, yeah, that was my little story. Let's move. I'm going to use the same question as yesterday. Or not yesterday, but the same question I originally tried to film because I didn't film it. Or I didn't post it. And that is, if you were a ghost, who or where would you haunt and why? And both my 7-year-old and I had the same answer. It's not a who, it's a where. We would want to haunt somewhere that's like notorious for being haunted. So maybe like someplace in Boston, someplace in New Orleans. Just because I think it would be really fun to give people the experience that they're coming for. So if you're haunting like a place that's like, oh, so many ghost sightings, and then you go and you actually have like a sighting, how exciting is that? That was a lot of itings there. But anyway, so that's what I would do. I think that would be fun. You get to choose when you're like on and not, and that's what I would want to do. The haunts. I don't want to haunt my family. I feel like it's creepy. It's creepy to like never to feel like somebody's haunting you. Not that they can do anything about it, but like that's not my jam. I'd want to haunt strangers who would be excited about it. I want to be my own Casper. All right. It's day 91. I also answered this question. I don't remember what it was. Would you rather play a game with someone more or less talented than you? Would it matter who was watching? I would rather play a game with someone who's more talented than me because that's how I'm going to learn and how I'm going to get better. Not to say that it wouldn't be frustrating and I might want to quit, especially if they're a lot better than me, but that's how you get better. The only exception would be when it says, would it matter who was watching? The only exception would be if I was like in a competition for like lots of money or like a big prize or something. Then I would want to play with someone who's significantly less talented than me to give me a better shot. Although the flip side of that is if I lose, that looks really bad. That looks worse. Much worse than if I lost to somebody who is already known to be better than me. So, but I would gamble if there was like money and prizes on the line. All right, this is day 91 of 100 days, 100 videos, 200 questions. My cold is almost gone, but I'm still a little stuffed up, as you can tell. I hope you have a great day. I hope this video actually records, and I will see you tomorrow.